Hi guys. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it like I always do. This video is gonna be about acting and how I got into acting, my journey on it, and a little bit of advice if you're planning on getting into this business. I did ask me on Instagram, and this was like the third requested question, so let's get into it. So my oldest sister Tyron, when she was younger, she wanted to be an actress. So my mom decided to uproot the family from St. Louis out here to pursue my sister's dream and becoming an actress. During that process, she figured out that all three of her daughters had different talents: singing, acting, dancing, all of that. So she got us into a couple of workshops and signed us with an agency. During that process, I started to book a lot of commercials. I did McDonald's commercials, sugar commercials, 3 McDonald's commercials. It was kind of like a campaign. There was this toy that they used to have in the Happy Meals called Changeables. It was basically like their take on Transformers. So the hamburger would transform into like a robot. Anyway, I did those, and then I started doing a few television shows. Along with my sister, we did a television show called Amen. We were in the choir, and then it was like little things here and there that we would book until I finally got the call for Family Matters. Some of you guys out there might not know, but it was a 7 audition process. It was 10,000 girls. Some of you guys know from the previous videos that I stated that I was extremely shy. So that process was kind of like iffy for me, but I used the approach of, if it's not broke, then don't try to fix it. So every time I went in there, I just decided to do the exact same thing that I was doing before because it was working. On the 7th audition, it was basically on set. For those of you that don't know, Judy was already a developed character. It was actually played by somebody else. I was a replacement. So the set was already built. Production had already began, so basically for the 7th audition I was just coming down the stairs and delivering my lines. So how I got casted for the role of Judy was kind of not really about my acting, was more about I could take direction at such a young age. Because before I went to deliver my line, I had stopped and I had turned to the director and I said, am I supposed to come from this way or come from this way? And I guess that impressed him because I became Judy Winslow. So that's how I got into acting. To answer your question on what is your advice on breaking into acting, I would say ask yourself if this is really your passion. Are you doing this because you want to be famous, or are you doing this because you love the art of acting? It's something that you breathe. It's something that you yearn to do, and it's something that you just wake up every morning and you can't stop thinking about it, and you have to do this as your career. Second, I would say get yourself into some really great acting classes or workshops, because that's where you learn the basics. That's where you learn about scene study, cold reading, natural acting, all of that. So get yourself into a great acting class. Third, I would say, of course, get your headshots done. Make sure that they look professional and unique. Fourth, I would say beware of scams. There are agencies that are basically saying that you have to pay to be a part of the agency. You do not have to pay to be a part of an agency. The agency makes their cut when you book an audition. Next, I would say stay motivated. There's going to be a lot of rejection. There's going to be a lot of rejection. So you constantly have to stay motivated and determined. Part of the reason why I personally stopped acting in my teenage years was because I was tired of the grueling audition process. The audition process is full of rejection, but it's also full of peers that are so hungry to get the job that it's just extremely tense. And I had been through that audition process since I was 6 years old, so I felt like, you know what, let me go ahead and give myself a break. But for those that do not want that break and that are very determined, stay on that path and something will hit for you. As long as you're getting the signs that you're a great actor or actress, such as getting callbacks, constantly being submitted for things, then keep at it. Because when you're motivated and you're determined, the only person that's going to close that door is you. So that was a little bit of my acting journey, a little bit of advice. Leave me some feedback in the comments, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will see you for the next video.